Agriculture arguably is one of the largest and most significant industries in the world because food such as corn, fish, rice, soybeans, wheat, and other are the primary concern for most people on earth. With this understanding, let us look at which countries produce the most agricultural products and which countries export major agricultural products. Here are the top 10 agricultural production countries in the world. Number 1. China. With 10% of the world's arable land, China produces a quarter of the global grain output and produces 500 million tons of vegetables, accounted for 50% of the world production. China overtook the US and the European Union to become the world leading exports in agriculture production with $133.1 billion. Number 2. The United States. United States is well known for its agricultural science and also considered one of the advanced agricultural technology in the world. With just 2 million acres of land, the country is boast of its 248 million tons of corn and 75 million tons of soybean annually. In 2020, industry related to agricultural production contributed $1.055 trillion to US GDP for the year. US export in agricultural production stand at $118.3 billion. Number 3. Brazil. As the world's huge coffee producer and the root crop producer, Brazil utilizes its 41% of the total land, estimated to be 867.4 million acres. Agricultural production has contributed 25% to Brazilian GDP and its exports stand at $55.4 billion. Number 4. India. Agricultural production like horticulture and animal husbandry contributes 60% of India's total agricultural GDP. India is the largest meat producer in the world. In 14 years, agricultural production jumped to $397 billion, which gives around 58% of livelihood to Indians. The export value of agricultural products from India is $50 billion. Number 5. Russia. The most advanced country in cereals production is Russia, produces 70% of the total food grain for its people. Russia has more than 2 million hectares of cultivable land. Russia export value is currently stand at $41 billion. Number 6. France. About 7% of France's population, estimated to be 4.7 million, involves in agricultural production. Considered to be the best agricultural country in the world in the production of grapes for wine. Agricultural production is one of France's historic strengths in international trade. By 2021, almost 70 billion euro worth of agricultural products were exported from France. Number 7. Mexico. 50% of Mexican land occupied by agriculture and approximately 50% of this land for livestock farming for products such as beef, pork, meat, poultry, and eggs, which contributes about 80% of agricultural production in the country. Mexican agro-export achieved a record value of $50 million. Number 8. Japan. Rice is the vital crop in Japan with about $43 million export. The country has developed integrated farming due to its small area covered by agricultural production. 2019, Japan's annual export of agriculture stood at $6.2 billion. Number 9. Germany. Germany is the world's fourth largest production of 26.1 million tons of sugar beet in 2018. About 80% of the country's land is owned by agriculture and forest. Around 87% of Germany's farmers own 124 hectares and receive 50% billion euros per annum in agricultural production, produced by 1 million people. In 2020, Germany exported 350 different food products to 186 countries, earning $79.24 billion. Number 10, Turkey. This country ranks 10 in the largest agricultural production in the world, with poultry farming considered the big business, contributing 1/4 of the total agricultural production in the world. Just before I go, I want to throw out this daily question, and if anybody can get it correctly, you have chance to win prize from our management. Number 1, which country is the largest milk producer in the world? Number 1, which country is the largest milk producer in the world? Question number 2, what is the major producing crop in Japan? Number 2, what is the major producing crop in Japan? Number 3, what are the main agricultural products in Mexico? Number 3, what are the main agricultural products in Mexico? Just send your answer to newsporterafricatv@gmail.com or to the WhatsApp number below. Thank you for your response. See you next other time to come again with another update. Thank you so much.